Hey, Tony Gadsden's here. Y'all gotta forgive me, I'm on the treadmill. One lady came on my page, she probably came from somewhere else, talking about the message would have been good if you wasn't on the treadmill. Block! Block! Listen, I don't care what no YouTubers do. I don't care what no YouTubers do on YouTube. I am not a YouTuber. So me personally, it's a lot of YouTubers that put up with a lot of I don't do that. I don't do that. The same way that we handle stuff in the streets. If you in the street and you you get laid down. Now we on social media. So it's none of that violence. But if you come slick out the mouth, blah, get you a new page to come say something else stupid. Blah, I'm gonna block that new page. Blah, I'm gonna block the other page. Listen, respect people's creativity. Respect people's space. Do not comment on, do not critique something that you're not bold enough to do. Do not critique something that you cannot do. When you become an expert in something, that's when you got the room to critique. Michael Jordan could tell me how to play basketball. But if you don't got a YouTube channel and you're not making videos every day and carving out time to make videos, don't tell me what you want to see from me and how you want me to do my videos in my time. Cause it's my time. So I have to do a video when I could do a video. So don't tell me don't do a video on the treadmill. Don't do a video while you driving. Blah! Get thee behind me, Satan. Because tomorrow is not promised. The next hour is not promised. So I got to do a video when I can do a video. Now, I want to open that up just to let y'all know, this 2022, it's new levels. New levels in 2022. It's going to be new devils too. That's why the block finger working. Because listen, we got to do what we got to do. And we got to stop tolerating toxicity. Got to stop tolerating sideline critics. If I'm a quarterback in a game, and it's a fan out there, keep yapping. I'm finna drop back. The ball finna. The fan finna be like, oh, yeah, be quiet. That's not literal, but you get what I'm saying. Listen, I ain't the one. Like what they say, I'm censored about my stuff. They say the cuss word, hey, I'm out here doing what I could do. How I could do it, when I could do it. Get it how I get it to you. And if you can't do that, it's somebody else's page that's sitting down in an office all the time. I got to shoot while I'm going. My life a little different. So listen to me. I shot a video from the bed. I done got up out the bed. I'm on the treadmill. I'm shooting a video from the treadmill. When I get off the treadmill, I got to take me a shower. I ain't gonna shoot no video from the shower. After I get out the shower, I got to get in the car to go get Tayden from school, because Tayden got football practice at 4. When I'm on the way to his school, I'm gonna shoot a video. Get him to practice. From practice, get him home. When I get home, I'll probably shoot a video from my office. So in one day, you got a video from the bed, from the treadmill, from the car, from the office. The lesson is, do what you can with what you have. Do what you can, when you can, how you can, with what you have. See, a lot of people, and if you in my YouTube course, on YouTube for beginners, because I'm a beginner on YouTube, meaning I don't do all the stuff yet that everybody do. Eventually, I may have to do all that stuff, custom thumbnails and all of that, because that stuff matter. but I'm not ready to turn YouTube into a full-time job. So if you're in my YouTube course, you see I put in there what YouTube paid for 2021. And I think I got in there what it paid for 2020. So you will see that. And what you will see is that then you will understand you could be doing what you could do with what you have, and you could be earning. But see, if you waiting on a videographer, I'm shooting from a cell phone all the time. If you're waiting on a videographer, if you're waiting on a sound, a microphone, if you're waiting on the perfect setting, the perfect opportunity, if you're waiting on a video editor, if you're waiting till you get off your job, you're losing. You're losing. You can take your phone and get a clip, the same clip that holds your phone in the car so you can see a map like an Uber driver. You can get that same clip, turn your camera on, and you can talk without looking at your phone. You can talk just as if your kids was in the car or a coworker or a friend was in the car. You could talk to the camera while you driving to work. You can go and lunchtime, you get an hour, you could eat that turkey sandwich in 15 minutes, and you can turn your camera on in your car, cut your car on. That little bit of idling is not gonna tear your car up. Trust me, because I idle my car for an hour and a half, 3 hours, 5 days a week. People don't be knowing what they be talking about. And I run the AC. It don't wear out no whole lot of gas either. But see, that's a scarcity mindset. I idle my Escalade for an hour and a half while my son at practice with the AC on. Don't lose no gas, barely any gas, and it don't tear my car up. Scarcity mindset, another lesson. Stretch your mind. That's what a car built for. Because you got to realize, in certain cities like California, you might be on a 405 for 2-3 hours. So a car is built to idle. A car is built to handle that. But you let Shade Tree Mechanics tell it, oh no, Shade Tree Mechanic ain't even got no car. Like, how you gonna tell me my car can't idle for an hour and a half? Hey, did you build it? No. But you want to charge me $1,000 to fix something. See what I'm saying? Stretch your mindset. Now listen, you could be filming on your way to work. You trying to create a plan that's gonna get you off your job so you can start your YouTube. Start your YouTube while you're on your job. It actually is going to endear you to the people more because people like underdogs. A lot of people not gonna like me because it'll appear that I've already made it. But if you still working for somebody else, you will appear as an underdog. I watched a guy on YouTube. He was doing videos while he was working a job. He was working at the bank. His channel started to grow. And he mentioned he worked at a bank. His channel started to grow. Next thing you know, he do a video in December of 2020 and say, hey, I'm leaving my job at the bank. After 25 years, I'm retiring from my job at the bank. 6 months later, he do a video showing where YouTube paid him $28,000 in 1 month. This guy in his 50s. He's not a super great talker, meaning it ain't like he got a silver tongue. He could talk. He can express himself, but it's slow paced. His videos is just 10 minutes. He's not doing hour-long videos like what I be doing. You know, he older, not still young, but man, making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now YouTube paying him more than his executive banking job paid him. He started while he was on that job. And that's what you got to understand, is stop waiting. Stop waiting. Tomorrow not promised. Stop worrying about what people think. Stop worrying about what you don't have, and use what you have. You want a community center. That's a big dream. So you playing the lotto, and you say, when I win the lotto, I'm gonna take $2 million and buy a community center. No. What you do is go to your public library. Ask them, can you reserve one of their rooms? Go to your nieces and nephews, your church. Go to your son or daughter middle school, elementary school. Talk to the guidance counselor. Give the guidance counselor an application, a one-page application to give to single moms or parents in need to fill out that application. Choose you 5 students that you're going to have walk to the library from the school, or that you're going to pick up and take to the library on Wednesdays from 5 p.m. or 3 p.m., 4 p.m., whatever time, to whatever time. They mama could come pick them up from you at the library. You working with 5 kids. Y'all talking about bullying. Y'all talking about dreams. Y'all talking about careers. Y'all talking about peer pressure. And y'all writing stuff. Y'all talking. Y'all playing card games. Now that mama come get you, come get them. Thank you so much. My child look forward to this weekly or this monthly meeting with you. This all she could talk about. This all he could talk about. It's helping them in school. They being better in school because you require that they have no disciplinary action in school to remain in the group. He used to get in a lot of trouble. Now he stopped getting in trouble so he could come to your class, come to your group. Thank you. You riding down the street, you look on the side of the road, you see a caravan for sale, $1,500. You get your tax return late January, February, March, you go buy that caravan. You go up to the wrap center where they put wraps on there, and you say, hey, I have a nonprofit. I work with kids. I just bought this van. Can you help me and do me a deal to wrap this van with my logo, company name? And now you get a permission slip signed by the parent to give to the school that you could pick up these 5 kids. So now you picking up these 5 kids. You talk to your boss, you say, listen, on Wednesdays, I got a nonprofit organization that I meet with 5 kids from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. I'm gonna miss 2 hours of work. Can I do those 2 hours by adding an extra 30 minutes Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday? Come in 30 minutes early or work 30 minutes late. Absolutely you can. That's what your boss tell you, because why? You're doing the work of God, so God give you favor. So now you working 4 days a week. On Wednesday, you done got your caravan, or you using your car that you got, or all of y'all getting in an Uber SUV, and y'all going to the library. Their room for you is free. So now, the next thing you doing is, before you pick up the kids, you swinging through Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kreme. You getting a dozen of donuts. It ain't the healthiest thing in the world, but they young, they got some time and some room. Don't be giving them kids cucumbers and celery now. Let the kids have donuts, chocolate chip cookies, okay? They ain't gonna wanna come to your class no more. You end up giving them hummus. So now, you swing through, boom, $5. $5. When you go to church on Sunday, you telling your church members about your group. You telling your coworkers about your group. How you do it, what you're doing, you telling it to them. So now somebody come and say, hey, here go $10. This will cover the donuts or the cookies and the juice or the water for your next meeting. Somebody else, here go $50. Here go $100. Next thing you know, your nonprofit that you done got going, you might not even have it incorporated. You might not even have a 501c3, but it's still a nonprofit. It's still your company. People start giving you money. The librarian come up to you and say, hey, for what you doing every Wednesday with these kids, do you know that there's a grant in our city called Each One Teach One? And you say, no, I didn't know about that. You say, well, since you're doing that here, we can apply for that grant. It's a $25,000 grant. We will take 25% of it, but we will give the rest to put toward your budget, to what you're doing. Stuff like that will come out of nowhere. You look on your state site, how to incorporate. It's $125 to $300. You take something out your paycheck, you sacrifice, you incorporate. When you incorporate your nonprofit, you now can start receiving private donations. Now, after you incorporate your nonprofit, you can go Google 501c3 application. You could download that application, fill out that application, mail that application in to the IRS. They'll send it back to you, hey, change this, change that, send it back to us. You do that, now you got your IRS 501c3 approved, so it backdates. So if you incorporate on January the 6th and you start receiving private donations, if I give you $100, somebody give you $100, when you get your approval for your 501c3, if you get your approval in December, it don't start in December, it backdates to January 6th when you incorporate it. So all of the donations, they tax deductible for the donors. So now you get on the computer and you type up on the computer, thank you so much for your generous donation of $100. Below you will see my nonprofit's name and EIN number, tax ID, so you can claim this on your taxes. Thank you. Boom. You put it in their hand or you mail it to them. You get it to them if they request that. Some don't request it because it ain't really going to do nothing for their taxes based on the amount that they gave. So there you go. So now you set up. So the whole lesson in this was, instead of waiting to own a community center, start where you are with what you have. And that's the block in people's minds, is we're waiting until we have everything. There's a quote that says, if you wait until every light has turned green before you leave home, you will never leave. There's going to be some red lights. There's going to be some roadblocks. There's going to be some detours. There's going to be some of that on the road to destiny. But you got to get going, because you're going to get there sooner than somebody who's sitting at home waiting on every light to be green. It's impossible. So get going. Take the macro and make it micro. Because anything that you want to do on a large scale can be done on a small scale. And you have to break it down to that. Now, if your mind can't do that, just talk to a friend that you could trust. They might steal the idea if you don't know them like that. Talk to a family member. Listen to the video. Let it play 3-4 times till your mind gives you the vision. Talk to your mind and say, hey, I need a solution to get what I want to do started, even though I don't have all the money that I need. Stop making excuses and start finding solutions. Stop making excuses and start taking action. And this is what's going to happen in your life. So listen, I have to be very intentional with these videos because I want from these videos somebody to go from 4 figures to 5 figures, from 5 figures to 6 figures, from 6 figures to 7 figures, from 7 figures to 8 figures, from 8 figures to 9 figures, 9 to 10. And to be able to come back and say, Tony, because you was intentional with your videos and I was intentional with my listening and with my action, this is what I have since produced. And then I could share that testimony so that other people could see if we take action, things change. So it's the middle of the day. I don't know what time it is right now. But see, that's a blessing of working for yourself. You don't know what time it is because you're not watching the clock waiting to get off, because you own your day with the Lord. And I don't know what time it is, but I know I got the time to be doing what I'm doing. So it's the middle of the morning and I'm on the treadmill walking. Now, at this time, some years ago, I would be just waking up from working a late shift, second shift, not third shift, not the graveyard shift, working second shift, coming home and working till 3 o'clock in the morning on my business, get home at midnight, work till 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 6 o'clock in the morning, then sleep to about 12, noon, wake up and work from 12 to 3, leave the house at 3 to be to work at 3:30, work from 3:30 to 11:30 in the group home. So I would be asleep right now, or I would be up working in my little small window before I go to work. Now I own my day. And see, I own my day without a college degree. I own my day without a mentor. I own my day without a staff, without a team, without a publicist, without an agent. I own my day. So if I could do that, guess what that means? Anybody could do that. But I'm going to tell you who succeed. The dumb succeed. And when I say dumb, I don't mean dumb in a derogatory term. I mean dumb in the clinical sense, not the clinical sense, but we're going to say the definition, meaning the ignorant succeed. The dumb succeed. I could be seen as dumb because people who got an education, they'll come to my video and say, he ghetto. He talked too ghetto. I remember I had to block somebody. They had one of them fake pictures and said, oh, I can't listen to the videos. He sounds so ghetto. I can't listen to the video, the accent. Too ghetto or too raunchy, too whatever. The video would be good if he didn't sound so ignorant. When I listen back to my own voice, it sounds dumb because of society making us believe that if we could say our words a certain way, that we smart. But the problem with smart people is they're too smart for their own good. So they count every number. They count everything. They overanalyze and they never take action. It's the people who don't overanalyze, who don't process everything before they go. Those are the people that succeed. When you look at the people who have massive success, it's not that they are the smartest people in the world. It's that they were willing to take action. So when you look around and you see successful entrepreneurs, you're going to see some of them are out of shape. Some of them, their look is not in style. Some of them, their look is looked down upon. They may be seen as too dark, too light, too yellow, too heavy, too round, too skinny, too tall, too short, too white, too black, too Asian, too Hispanic. When you look at the success, you're going to see This person is what we call ghetto. This person would be called white trash. This person would be called this. This person would be called that. There is a stereotype that could be placed on that person, but yet they're successful. And the reason why they're successful is because they took action. It's because they took action. It's because they stopped making excuses and they started making changes. They stopped making excuses and they started taking action, and it benefited them. So look around. I look at myself. I look at 6-figure, 7-figure earners who are earning that in their own business, and I say, it ain't nothing special about any of us. It ain't nothing special about any of us other than we was dumb enough to get started. Other than, I'm using the words that the world use. I ain't calling myself dumb. I'm using the words that the world use. We was dumb enough to take action. We were dumb enough to believe in ourselves. We was dumb enough to go in spite of, while the smart people, the geniuses, sitting there crunching numbers, overanalyzing, mad, fuming, because country boys, country girls who never read a book are millionaires. And they like, how in the world do I have all these degrees and have I read all of these books, and this young man who does not have a degree, I have a mentor. My mentor was a Rhodes Scholar, was a valedictorian, was summa cum laude. I am in the prestigious sorority or the prestigious fraternity, and this young man who sounds like he was raised in a barn is a millionaire. Lord, why have thou forsaken me? And his people mad because they are afraid to take action. They are afraid to use what that school done taught them about marketing, about branding, to get online. Because we was dumb enough to figure out our own marketing plan, to figure out our own branding plan, to invest in ourselves the best we knew how. And we succeeded. We won. And guess what? If you have not won yet, you can win. But you have to stop doubting yourself. You have to stop trying to calculate everything. The reason why we are instructed to walk by faith is because if you wait until everything is clear and you can see it all, you will never get going. But the point of walking by faith is taking a step in the dark, even when you don't know where your foot is going to land, but trusting that God got you. So you walk by faith one step at a time, and you're doing what you feel like your spirit is telling you to do. And in the process, you may see, oh, I heard wrong. Abort mission. Let me pick up the next mission. Oh, I heard wrong. Abort mission. Let me pick up the next mission. When you get to the right mission, there will be little signs. It won't be millions of dollars out the gate, hundreds of thousands of dollars out the gate. It'll just be a little traction that you're doing the right thing. God will use somebody. He'll say something to somebody, just like the young lady, Sophia, who God just laid on my heart. It was nothing, no funny business. I'd never met her, never talked to her, not attracted to her like that, meaning I see her as a sister in the Lord. It wasn't nothing that I was sitting there lusting or want to try to make her in. Never none of that. Lord just laid on my heart, promote that young lady channel. mentioned that young lady channel. And all that was for her was just a little sign that you're doing the right thing. You're going the right way. Keep going. This gonna give you a little push now. It ain't gonna make you. You ain't gonna be laid in the shade, but it's gonna just be a little bit of encouragement. And then what the Lord will do is if you start getting weary, he'll send you a little more encouragement. And now you fueled up, you keep going. You get you a little more encouragement. And you keep going. And that's all it is. That's all it is. That's when you know you're on the right mission. So I had a vision. I've had YouTube since 2011. And I was using other social media because YouTube wasn't growing fast enough. It wasn't doing nothing. I post on Facebook and I earn money from coaching and from book sales. And I would get booked for speaking engagements for posting on Facebook. I post on YouTube, nothing was happening. So I said, man, I'm wasting my time on YouTube. So I stopped posting on YouTube. Just every now and then I'll throw a video up. 2019, my spirit said, your oldest son getting older. He getting ready to start jiking off. He getting ready to be introduced to vaping, marijuana, alcohol, oral from the young ladies. You need to be home more. And my spirit said, in order to be home more, look at this here YouTube. And you're going to see where it's people on there making 6 figures, 7 figures from operating in their gift or their passion. I got that for you. That's what the Lord said to me in my spirit. I said, okay, I'm finna see. I'm finna see if I'm hearing right. I'm finna see if what I think I'm hearing, I'm actually hearing. So I did a video. And I knew I had to do 3 videos a week at least. Did 3 videos a week. YouTube was sending me the same amount of money every month since 2011. And after doing them videos for a month, the next month the amount of money had doubled. It was small, just hundreds. It was in the hundreds. Then the next month it doubled. It was still in the hundreds. Then the next month it went up another probably 700. So now it was in the 1,000. Then the next month it went up, it doubled. And then the next month it tripled. And then the next month it went up a couple grand. And then the next month it tripled or quadrupled. I said, oh, I heard right. I said, I heard right. And before I realized it, the Lord showed me you can speak, and you can speak and reach thousands instead of traveling every week to speak to hundreds. So what it showed me is that I could go New York, LA, Atlanta, all these different cities, and on average I would have 200 to 300 people show up for a love and relationship seminar. For a business seminar, I have 30 people show up. So I'm talking to 300 people, and the check would be, the gross would be $5,000 or $6,000. But when you take off the flights and the hotel and renting the space, you're walking away with $1,000, $2,000. But yet I'm gone 3 days of every week. So I'm gone 12 to 15 days out the month. And really netting 10,000. And so 10,000 a month, that's not the end of the world. 120,000 a year, that's 6 figures, but I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm not home with my kids. So when the Lord dropped that in my spirit by YouTube, guess what YouTube did? It replaced those speaking engagements, and I could reach more people. And I don't have to directly come in contact with physical spirits. Sometimes, you know, you taking pictures, you hugging, you coming in contact with physical spirits. And you can feel the Jezebel spirit. You can feel a Delilah spirit. You can feel a Judas spirit. You can feel these spirits. And then when you leave, you got 300 spirits on you. Because spirits is real. And they trying to enter your mind, enter your body. And these spirits got to be cast out. You got to be prayed off for you. And so you're heavy. Whereas with YouTube, block, block. That's all I got to do. Just one finger. Get out of here. Ignorant, jealous, hating, devil. Block. Watch and don't talk. If you want help, if you want to learn and grow, you can watch. But if you got to come out the mouth critiquing and negative, because this ain't what this about. This ain't what this about. Because what I'm talking on has already been tested, tried, and true. So I'm not here just presenting theories. I'm here presenting laws. I'm here sharing what I done seen come to pass. I ain't telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. So I ain't here to open up in debate. I ain't here to open up in debate with nobody. So if you want to debate, you can debate that in your own life. So the Lord say, listen, this right here, you can speak an unadulterated truth. And you don't have to worry about a man busting in the seminar room with a gun on him, want to take your life because his woman left him and he blaming you for it, but not blaming himself for cheating on him and beating on her and dogging her out. But he blaming you for her leaving. And so the Lord say, online, you're not around all that. And if he want to come slick out the mouth, just block, hit the block button. And then you ain't got to post where you at and what you doing and all that. You can post when you leave. You can post when you done left that place. So now your steps can't be tracked. See, the Lord gave me different wisdom. The Lord gave me different wisdom. Say, here, you can serve your purpose. Do what you called to do. Still earn because it's a business. And so instead of you giving PayPal a percentage, giving Eventbrite a percentage, giving, giving a hotel a percentage, giving flights a percentage, airlines a percentage, instead of all them percentages, you just let YouTube have their percentage. And you could do this from the comfort of your home. You see how solutions are provided? If you need to be home more with your kids, who's stopping you from going to your job and talking to your boss and saying, hey, I want to know if I could have a secure computer to do my work from home, to do the work from home. And they say, considering the situation, consider what we in, give us a little bit, we're going to talk it over and we'll let you know. They come back and they approve that. All you did was open your mouth. You stopped being scared like a field slave. And you start to have your little agency and you realize, hey, I'm not a slave no more. I could ask a question. Although these people may be the same color as the slave masters used to be, I'm not a slave. I'm free. I was free now. I could ask a question. I could propose a little situation and see what they say. And if they say no, guess what? I'm not bought on nobody's plantation. So I could go and apply over here and see what they say. I could apply over here and over here and over here and over here and over here, and I could stretch my mindset. And I could get in a situation that's going to benefit me. Oh, guess what? That's a thing called Google. Let me Google remote jobs. Let me Google best remote jobs and let me get the link that Forbes promoted, because Forbes is a responsible outlet. Let me get the link that CNBC, MSNBC promoted. And let me go there and let me see what these remote jobs hitting on. Okay, all right. So here go a remote job that I can earn $56,000 a year? And I'm going to somebody's job to earn $65,000? Hey, I cut this income down. I cut this income down from $65,000 to $56,000 to be at home. Because I know when I'm at home, if I can finish the task early, I could be working on my sewing, my embroidery, my cooking, my drawing, my life coaching, my social media consulting, my virtual assistant business. I could be doing other stuff with this here time. So you see what I'm saying? When you think about this and what you want to do, see, there's some stuff I could do and I could go raise some money. I could go get me some money. I go raise some money, but when I think about it, I say, Tony, do you really want to create a job? Do you want to have a place that's going to cost you $10,000 a month? And if one of these variants get crump and that thing got to be shut down by the whatever, but in your contract, it say you got to pay regardless, now you stuck. Tony, do you want to go create a job? Okay, the answer is no. All right then. Keep doing what you're doing. Come up with the next idea. Look at the pros and cons and then go from there. So, hey, think about this. What I want you to understand in 2022, I'm being very intentional. I'm not trying to give you no fluff. There's a lot of fluff out here. I'm not trying to put everything in a course. I got a lot of courses now. Go to TonyGadsAcademy.com. But I also want these videos to be a course. I did a course yesterday, a video yesterday, and people commented, Tony, this could have been a course. So that's what I want to do, that to let you know that I want to help you whether you can afford a course or not. And I want to see you win. And so what we're going to do, we're try to get some wins in. Y'all got to forgive me. Need to change a little raggedy. We're going to try to get some wins in. And as we get these wins in, you're going to see, okay, boom, I could take action here. I could take action there. Let me do this. Let me do that. Okay. If I make this action, if I take this step, what's holding me back from asking for this from my job? What's holding me back from starting this LLC, starting this nonprofit? What's stopping me? Let me get on that ASAP and make that happen. Oh, that's my TV. So listen to me. I'm wishing you the best. God bless you. We'll talk soon.